Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news, folks. It's not every day we get a rumor that could potentially reshape the NFC East, but here we are. Word on the street, confirmed by none other than Diana Rossini, is that the Philadelphia Eagles, currently sitting at 8-2 and looking like one of the most dangerous teams in the league, might be open to trading Saquon Barkley. Yeah, you heard that right. The Eagles, with their cap situation exploding in 2026, an estimated minus $42 million in projected cap space, might be willing to part ways with one of the league's most explosive running backs. And the guy they're eyeing, none other than Saquon Barkley, a player who in 2025 has been nothing short of spectacular. Barkley's numbers speak for themselves. He's racked up 244 rushing yards so far this season, averaging 5.4 yards per carry, which is incredible in today's NFL. He scored 14 touchdowns on the ground and has been a nightmare for defenses with 38 explosive runs, making defenders look silly with his agility and speed. Not to mention, he's forced 102 missed tackles, leading the league in that department, which shows just how elusive he is when he gets the ball. Plus, he's contributed 428 receiving yards and boasts a 91.8 grade from PFF on rushing, which is elite. His expected points added per rush, plus 0.28 EPA rush indicates that he's not just a runner but a game changer whenever he gets the ball. Now, why would the Eagles be interested in trading such a star? Well, their cap situation is a big factor here. By 2026, they're projected to be $42 million over the cap, which is a huge obstacle considering they're in win-now mode. Despite their current success, managing that cap space will be a challenge, especially with contracts piling up. Meanwhile, Eagles backup Kenny Gainwell has been shining, making it easier for them to consider parting ways with Barkley if the right offer comes along. It's all about flexibility and maximizing their roster for a deep playoff run. This is where Washington enters the picture. The Commanders, with Brian Robinson Jr., running the ball modestly at 3.9 yards per carry, could see a golden opportunity to upgrade their backfield. You know how much fans love a star running back, and Saquon would be a game changer here. With Austin Ekeler aging and maybe not as explosive as he once was, adding Barkley would instantly elevate the Commanders' offense to a whole new level. Imagine Saquon lining up behind our offensive line, which honestly has shown flashes of promise but could always use that extra punch. Looking at the projection, if Saquon joins Washington, we're talking about over 600 yards from scrimmage. That includes rushing and receiving, along with close to 20 total touchdowns. That kind of production would turn our offense from a decent unit into a top-tier threat. And it's not just about the raw numbers, it's about what he brings to the table in terms of leadership and clutch plays. Saquon has proven he can carry the load, especially in critical moments, and he could be the piece that finally puts Washington back in serious playoff contention. Plus, his red zone efficiency could skyrocket, boosting our scoring chances and making us more unpredictable for defenses. From a matchup perspective, Saquon would be a nightmare for defenses. Against our current running backs, Robinson and Ekeler, Barkley would add a crucial dimension. His yards after contact are impressive, +1. 9 yards after contact versus Robinson, and he has a broken tackle rate of 26%, making him a true closer. The kind of player that can carry us through tough spots and grind out those tough yards when it matters most. This would be the kind of upgrade the Commanders have needed for years, a true closer in the backfield, someone who can take over games and lift the entire team. Now, let's talk about the NFC East rivalry. Adding Saquon Barkley to the Commanders would turn the division into a war of trenches, a battle for dominance in the running game. The rivalry between Washington and New York would heat up even more, especially considering the Giants are currently in a bit of a rebuild mode, and Barkley's future there is uncertain. The Giants, after all, are also trying to figure out their long-term plan, and if they decide to trade Barkley, it could be a major blow to their offense, and a huge win for the Commanders, who could finally take advantage of that situation. The odds of winning the Super Bowl for Washington might not be the highest right now, sitting at +8,000, but that could change quickly if they land a player of Barkley's caliber. If he joins, the odds could tighten significantly, maybe to around plus 2,800, making us more realistic contenders. It's all about making strategic moves at the right time, and this could very well be one of those moves that define the next few seasons for Washington. The NFC East would transform into a brutal trench warfare division, where every yard counts and every game is a battle of wills. Imagine the scene: Saquon Barkley running behind our offensive line, powering through defenses, breaking tackles, and setting up our play-action passes. Our offense, which has shown flashes of brilliance but lacked consistency, would become a nightmare for opposing defenses. Our fans have been craving a true star back for years, and Barkley fits that bill perfectly. He's a player who can change the tone of a game with a single run or a clutch touchdown, and having him in Washington would send a message to the entire league that we're serious about competing again. Of course, acquiring Barkley wouldn't be simple. The Giants would want a solid package in return, likely a first-round pick in 2026 plus a third-rounder if reports are to be believed. That's a hefty price, but if you consider the impact he could have on our offense and our chances to contend, it might be worth it. Plus, with the NFL's evolving landscape and cap challenges, teams are more open than ever to making bold moves. For Washington fans, this is an exciting time. We're talking about potentially adding a franchise-changing talent to our roster, someone who could be the centerpiece of our offense for years to come. The division rivalry would only intensify. The Giants are trying to rebuild, and if they trade Barkley, it's a clear signal they're looking to reset. Meanwhile, the Eagles are trying to navigate their cap crunch and keep their roster intact, but they're also aware that losing Barkley would be a blow. For Washington, this could be the perfect moment to strike, to grab a player who can not only elevate our offense but also send a message that we're back in the hunt for division supremacy and playoff glory. So, as fans, it's time to get hyped. This rumor might turn into a reality, and if it does, it's going to be one of the biggest moves of the NFL season. The NFC East just got a whole lot more interesting, and Washington Commanders fans should be prepared for what could be a historic shift in our division's balance of power. We've seen flashes of potential this season, but with a player like Saquon Barkley, we could make that leap from good team to serious Super Bowl contenders. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. In conclusion, folks, this potential trade has the makings of a blockbuster move that could redefine the NFC East in the coming years. Washington fans, we've been waiting for a moment like this, a chance to see our team truly compete at the highest level. If the Commanders can pull this off, it's not just about adding a star running back. It's about sending a message that we're here to stay, that we're ready to fight for a Super Bowl once again. We'll be watching closely, hoping that this rumor becomes reality because, honestly, the impact on our team and our division could be seismic. The future is bright, and with Saquon Barkley potentially in the fold, the sky's the limit for the Washington Commanders. Stay tuned, stay loud, and as always, hail to the Commanders.